Innocence and joy. Two simple sounding words that probably evoke some kind of emotion in you when you hear them. And they probably make you think about being a child or simpler times. And if that's the case, good. That's kind of what I'm going for here. But today we're just gonna kind of explore the importance of innocence and joy in creating art. And, really dive into how they help out creatively. So to start, innocence, it isn't about being naive or a lack of experience, at least in art, really in anything. It's more about approaching the world, approaching your creativity, your art with a fresh perspective. Kind of a view that isn't cynical and isn't jaded, basically. It's this sense of innocence that allows you as an artist to see beauty in the everyday stuff. You can find inspiration in anything, and it's that whole childlike wonder, that fuels the imagination and your creativity. And it allows you to create work that's both original and authentic, kind of like what's going on here. And innocence brings a certain level of realness or purity, I guess you could say, to art. It allows you to make mistakes and to try things and experiment, and allows for discovery. When we embrace that sort of inner child, we give ourselves the ability to explore and create and try things, and really without any limitations. And this creativity can really lead to some breakthroughs personally, or things that we might not have considered before. And it's this same sense of innocence that allows us to break through, to break boundaries, and to think outside of the box and create without any fear of failure or judgment or whatever, any kind of restriction. And now joy, it's this kind of emotional response. And when it comes to art, it's sort of something that motivates, that pushes art forward. It's that thrill of creating something for the first time or for the millionth time, whatever. It's that feeling that you get from bringing an idea from nothing to life, basically. And that joy is really kind of something you can see in the final piece, in the final product. And it's infectious. When you create with joy, that sort of energy is transferred into whatever you're creating. And that's kind of what I'm going for here. Like I was inspired by, prime example, Spyro the Dragon. That kind of art style where it's very childlike and full of color and lots of vibrant colors, and has that sort of feel to it. So when you consider that, again, I may not necessarily nail it in this piece, but while I was doing it, that was the intention, and that's how I felt while I was doing it, and I had fun doing it. So that's kind of the whole purpose here. But when you consider that, that's what we're striving for with every piece, regardless of the emotion, but especially with joy, because it really shines through. Now, while innocence and joy are both fundamental, they have to be balanced. And we balance them through our technique and our skill and our practice. Getting better, mastering your craft is essential to communicate these ideas and these emotions that stem from innocence and joy. And it's through that practice and that constant work and staying disciplined that we can hone our abilities and get better. And again, that will allow your art to speak, essentially, for lack of a better word. But you have to learn how to balance that spontaneous, random creativity with the discipline to sit and improve and get better. And it's this sort of practice, this sort of thing that makes good art great. So maintaining that innocence and joy in art is definitely not easy. Outside criticism, self-doubt, you negative talk in any capacity can really harm that, and it makes it difficult at times. Admittedly, I get it, because I'm probably my toughest critic. I say bad art all the time, and sometimes I genuinely do mean it. More times than not, it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek sort of thing, but it is what it is. But if you take breaks, and when things are struggling with it, you try something different, like trying something more childlike in a art piece, and using more vibrant colors, and trying a different style, like I'm doing right here. But when art is really created from that place of innocence and joy, it really does. It really has an impact, and it resonates with people. And this sort of connection can be powerful. So innocence and joy aren't just important to creating art. They're essential. They really are, and they fuel your imagination. So, as always, guys, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope this inspires you. I hope you learned something from my ramblings, and just get out there and go create for yourselves. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye.